All right, let's dive into what is, without a doubt, one of the most intense, most passionate rivalries in the entire world of sports. A contest where what happens on the field is only half the story. So let me ask you, what do you think is the biggest rivalry out there? You might think of the Yankees and the Red Sox, maybe Real Madrid and Barcelona. But when you look at the sheer numbers, the history, and the political weight behind it, there's one matchup that's just on a completely different level.
1 billion people. That's the kind of audience a single cricket match between India and Pakistan can pull in. It completely dwarfs almost any other sporting event on the planet. It's not just a game, it's a global phenomenon. So, how on earth did we get here? To really get to the heart of this thing, you can't start on a cricket pitch. No. You have to go back in time, into the history books.
This timeline really says it all. The rivalry was born out of the fire of the 1947 partition, which created two new nations. Just 5 years later, they played their first official series, a pretty incredible moment. But then look at that gap. For 15 years, there was no cricket between them because of major wars. It just goes to show you this rivalry has always been tied to the politics of the region.
Okay, so that's the history. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty, the on-field battle. Let's look at the numbers. So if you look at the all-time record, Pakistan actually has the edge, with 88 wins to India's 80. You can see they really dominated in the longer formats of the game, tests and the one-day internationals. But see that last row? T20Is? Well, that's where the whole story flips on its head.
And this chart just lays it all out, doesn't it? For decades, especially back in the 80s and 90s, Pakistan was an absolute powerhouse in the 50-over game, which was the premier format back then. They had the upper hand for a long, long time. But then, bam, the 21st century hits, and the T20 format explodes onto the scene. And just look at that shift. India has been completely dominant, winning 13 of the 16 matches. It's a massive power shift. But, the most important stat of them all might just be this one. 18-4. That's India's insane record against Pakistan in the big tournaments, the ICC World Cups and Champions Trophies. In the main ODI World Cup, Pakistan has literally never beaten India. Ever. So even though Pakistan has more wins overall in head-to-heads, when the lights are brightest on the world stage, India just finds a way to win. But look, this rivalry isn't just about statistics. It's really about these incredible, unscripted, sometimes just flat-out bizarre moments that you could never, ever make up. We're going to look at 3 moments that just perfectly capture the pressure, the passion, and, yeah, sometimes the pure absurdity of it all. Okay, this one is an all-time classic. Picture it. 1992 World Cup, high-stakes match. The Indian wicketkeeper is appealing for every single thing, just constantly shouting. So Pakistan's star batsman, the legendary Javed Miandad, gets so annoyed that he literally stops the game and starts doing these ridiculous frog jumps up and down to mock him. It's one of the funniest, most surreal moments in cricket history. Then you have this, which is just wow. In a match in Toronto, of all places, a fan with a megaphone kept shouting "Aloo," which is Hindi for potato, at Pakistani batsman Inzamam-ul-Haq, making fun of his build. Well, Inzamam snapped. He had a teammate bring a bat out from the locker room, and he actually started walking into the stands to confront the guy. It's a pretty scary example of just how intense and personal the pressure from the crowd can get. And speaking of Inzamam, he was also part of one of the weirdest dismissals you'll ever see. He was just standing outside his crease, and a fielder threw the ball towards the stumps. On pure instinct, he just blocked the ball with his bat, which, it turns out, is against the rules. The Indian team appealed, and to everyone's shock, the umpire gave him out for obstructing the field. His reaction was just priceless. In the press conference after the match, he said this. It's just legendary because it perfectly sums up the beautiful chaos of the moment. I mean, in an India-Pakistan game, you learn that pretty much anything can happen. So let's zoom back out. Because this rivalry has become so much bigger than the game. It's a major force in global politics and, you guessed it, the global sports economy. It's amazing, really. Cricket has actually been used as a tool for peace. Back in '87, a surprise visit from Pakistan's president to a match helped calm down serious military tensions. In 2004, the Friendship Series thawed relations after 15 years. And in 2011, the prime ministers of both countries met at a World Cup match to restart dialogue. It's pretty powerful stuff. And the rivalry's reach is only getting bigger. That's how many fans showed up for the U.S. leg of the 2024 T20 World Cup.
The match in New York broke records for the biggest cricket crowd in American history. It proves this rivalry can sell out stadiums, literally anywhere on the planet.
And if you think filling stadiums is impressive, get a load of the online numbers. That's the jump in American users on the ICC's official digital platforms during that World Cup. 370%. It's explosive growth in a brand new market, and it's being driven almost entirely by the magnetic pull of this one single rivalry.
So what's the big takeaway here? You've got the history, the stats, the absolutely bonkers moments, and this massive global impact. It all leads to one final question, really. As this rivalry becomes this global entertainment beast, what defines it more? Its complicated, conflicted past, or its surprising future of diplomacy and shared passion? That, right there, is the beautiful, complicated soul of cricket.